Almost every day, the experts recommend us to consume more vegetables and fruits. The question is, how much? Is it enough only one apple per day? Or should I better eat 3 apples and 2 bananas? I actually love it to eat fruits, but what about with vegetables? Do I need really to eat also 1 kilogram broccoli? But I don't like broccoli. Maybe spinach is better. Should I eat spinach? If yes, how much? All these questions I will answer in this video. I will give you scientifically evidence-based data directly from the laboratory. I will not show you something which is already published in the internet and repeat here. In the end of my talk, I will show you a table. In this table, you can select which vegetables and which fruits you prefer to eat, and I will also show how much. I need to explain you a story. I met a girl, she was telling me that she has lost 5 kilograms in 3 weeks and she was eating only broccoli 3 weeks long. She was very proud about it, and I would like to show you what would happen if you would eat 3 weeks long only broccoli and lose weight. Here you can see the nutritional composition of broccoli. That is really very dense in terms of nutrients, but there are some nutrients which are very low in concentration in broccoli. Maybe that even doesn't exist. For example, we have vitamin B7, vitamin B12, vitamin D, and all these fatty acids, they don't exist. And even if you eat 1 kilogram broccoli every day, those nutrients will not be enough delivered to your body. If you do it 3 weeks long, for sure you lose weight. Why? Because you get less calorie, but you will not live 100 years. Why? Because the cells are damaging. There are some nutrients which you don't deliver to them. You lose weight, but you damage your cells, and you will die earlier as well. How can you do it better? How can you lose weight by eating broccoli? You need to combine this broccoli with another food which has all these missing components inside, so that broccoli plus the other food together gives you the complete nutritional profile which your cells need. In that way, for sure, you lose again 5 kilograms in 3 weeks, but your cells will not be damaged. The probability is very high that hopefully you will be 100 years old. Did you know that our body consists of 30 trillion single cells? 30 trillion cells harmonize with each other, and in the end, they form our body. If we understand only one cell, how he produces energy, and if we can give to this one single cell more energy, we also get more energy in our everyday life. If we can prolong the life of one single cell, we automatically prolong the life of our body as well. That is the basic thinking behind of cellular nutritional science, which I am doing in my own lab in the last 25 years. I would like to explain in detail what is the basic idea. We take cells from the body, and then when we enlarge this one single cell in microscope, we see something like that. And I have learned that this one single cell takes all the nutrients from the blood in order to generate the energy. There is one key message which I have learned over the decades, and that is the following. In order to get maximal energy, this cell needs all these nutrients simultaneously. We eat any kind of food, for example, an apple. In this apple, all these nutrients, what the cell needs, it is inside. That nutrients goes into the blood, and then from the blood it comes to the cell. The cell can produce the energy if all the nutrients are very well balanced, and if all of them are there. Then the cell consumes all of them at the same time and generate maximal energy. Therefore, it is not sufficient to have any kind of food where we have maybe 5 of these nutrients or 10 of them. They must be all of them. All 60 nutrients must be at the same time in one food. Only then the cell produces really the maximum energy. Now I would like to show you all these vegetables and fruits, how many of those nutrients the fruits and vegetables deliver. And let's look first of all these nutrients. The nutrients I have plotted here so that it is easy to compare between the vegetables. That are the same nutrients from the previous slide here. That are now plotted here. Now let's look mushrooms. What happens if we eat 100 gram mushrooms? And here you can see in this red area that are the concentration of every nutrient. If the nutrient concentration is here within this red field, that means it is in optimal range and the cells can consume those nutrients in a perfect way. 100 gram mushrooms have some of the nutrients close to this optimum, but many of them are low. Some of them are really perfectly in this field, some of them are too much. Some of them absolutely don't exist. That is the picture about mushroom when you eat only 100 gram. And what about broccoli? Very popular vegetable. Everyone explain about broccoli we should consume. Broccoli, when I look to the picture, almost all nutrients are inside the broccoli. That is the good news actually. However, almost all nutrients are too little. Some of them are on the border. Some of them, for example, vitamin K, is too much. However, eating 100 gram broccoli, even though it has all the nutrients, also has low nutritional density. What about with spinach? Spinach has more nutrients which are close to the optimum here. Several are them in optimum. Some of them are too much. Some of them, for example, fats, don't exist. When the cells get something like that, for example, there are no fat, it is not optimum for the cells. They can still generate energy, but they cannot generate maximal energy. That is the spinach. What about with cauliflower? It is another very popular vegetable, and here the picture is more or less the same. Actually, there is not one single vegetable which you eat 100 gram per day and which covers all the nutrients what you need per day. And beetroot, also a lot of publications exist that it is a healthy vegetable, therefore I have taken in the list, and we can see it is very low in terms of density of nutrients actually. Only 1, 2, 3 nutrients are in optimum. By the way, here are the sugar. That means it has a lot of sugar actually. And kale, a lot of publications exist that it is a healthy vegetable. And let's look, yes, there are some nutrients, they are in optimum, and some nutrients are too much. If one nutrient is too much, it is equally detrimental for the cells. They cannot generate maximal energy. And many of them are there, nutrients are there, but below the optimum. And that are the vegetables. The key take-home message in vegetables, all vegetables have almost all nutrients, but if you eat 100 gram, most of them have low nutrient density. It seems to be too little. Let's speak about fruits. I personally love it because the fruits have sugar and I love something sweet. And how much nutrient do they deliver? Let's start the number one most popular fruit. It is the blueberry. When we look the blueberry nutrient density, it is disappointing actually. Very, very low nutrients. Some of them are here in optimum. Sugar, by the way, is in optimum. That means if you eat 100 gram blueberry, you get enough sugar for the day. And some nutrients, for example, manganese is too much, but almost everything else is too little. And what about with kiwi? Is another superfruit, and kiwi seems to be better in terms of nutrient density compared to blueberries. Here, some of the B vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin K, they are in optimal range, and sugar in is optimum again. However, the picture is more or less the same. Apple is famous. The doctor says eat 1 apple per day if you don't want to have a doctor. And here we can see nothing. Almost nothing is inside. It is like water actually. And you get with 100 gram apple, actually this is more than 100 gram. With 100 gram apple, you get the sugar what you need to take on that day. That means with 1 apple you have gotten enough sugar, but everything else you have gotten less. Here there is a fatty acid a little bit on the border. What about pomegranate, another famous and popular fruit? Pomegranate has a little bit higher nutrient density, that is true, very high sugar. Compared to vegetables, the fruits, you can always see the sugar is very high, but the picture is not very much different. Banana. Banana has, especially the minerals are there, yes, a little bit higher than apple or pomegranate, but less than the optimum. And here we can see some B vitamins, some amino acids are inside, very much sugar, of course, and carbohydrates are more than what we need if you eat only 100 gram banana. And that is the last fruit, cherry. Cherry is also famous and published, we should eat, it is healthy. Look, the picture is the same with one exception, again and again, sugar. In general, if you eat 100 gram fruits, you get enough sugar for the day. But sugar is not necessarily something what we need. Anyway, they deliver enough sugar. Now, I have shown you single vegetables, single fruits, and I have shown you all these 60 nutrients. But we should have a tool to compare all these vegetables with one parameter. Hi, my name is Dr. Cayli. I work 25 years long in my own biotechnology company. I examine the role of nutrients to human cells to see if we can prolong their life with nutrients. I upload every week new videos for this topic. If you subscribe my channel, you will get new perspectives which are never published before. Please subscribe now. How can I say which vegetable is more healthy than the other vegetable? This expression, we can do it with one parameter which I have defined, that is called balance score. Actually, that score expresses all the 60 nutrients together, how many of them are in optimal range so that the cells can use and generate better energy. That expresses the balance score. And when we look here, the single vegetables, we see that spinach delivers by 100 gram, if we eat 100 gram spinach, it delivers 40% of all the nutrients what we need to take per day. But in general, average of all vegetables is 35%. That means if you eat 100 gram vegetable, doesn't matter which one, you get 35% of all the nutrients what you need to take on that day through this vegetable. And the picture by fruits is similar. Fruits have a little bit lower nutrient density, therefore the average of fruits is 25%. That means if you eat 100 gram fruit, 25% of all nutrients what our cells need will be delivered with these fruits. One apple, 25% of all nutrients are circa in optimum if you eat it. Now that is the take-home message, and here is my last slide. The last slide is maybe the most important because I would like to go back here to 100 gram. Who eats 100 gram fruit or 100 gram vegetable? Actually, if you eat one tomato, it is already 100 gram. But it is too little. You also get an impression, right? Only eating one tomato per day and then to say I have eaten enough vegetables and now my cells are perfectly supplied with nutrients, It is not fair. And then the most important question now, how much vegetable, how much fruit you should eat so that you can get more nutrients and those nutrients are well balanced. This is my last slide. Answer this question. You can see here again all the vegetables, and here you can see the amount what you need to eat, around half kilogram. Half kilogram vegetables you need to eat per day in order to have maximal score, maximal balance factor, maximal nutrients. Maximal nutrients are so well balanced so that your cells can really generate a lot of energy and hopefully also live longer. The impressive number is following. Look here, broccoli. You eat 400 gram broccoli, and that 400 gram broccoli delivers you 70% of all nutrients what you need to take on that day in perfect balance. Fantastic. That is the vegetable summary. And what about with fruits? In fruits, it is the same. We need to eat around half kilogram fruits in order to get maximal nutrients. But the maximal nutrients what we get from the fruits is a little bit lower than from the vegetables. That means if you eat half kilo pomegranate, it is by the way 1 pomegranate, then you get 50% of all the nutrients what you need to take on that day. I hope it was the answer to the questions which I have asked in the beginning.